hello. Welcome to another edition of the You People Show. I am Jacob Hamill.
You sound like a half a robot. You sound like the AI version of Jacob Hamill.
Yeah, it's like...
Today I will tell you a joke about a poop and a cunt.
That is my wheelhouse, by the way.
And then we have a guest you can't see, but I just met Alex, correct?
No, Trevor. Swing and a miss.
I mean, at least I swung. I could have just ignored the whole thing. So
Yeah.
Trevor has given me endless amounts of shit for never inviting him on the show. So now he's here.
Yeah.
And we'll see how this goes for him.
we don't get a lot of civilians on this show, so it's interesting.
Well, I'm a big fan, so, we'll see. Not so much of you, but the other two.
You're still allowed to just be excited.
That's
you
like,
said I'm a big fan. That meant of the entire show.
But then again,
And
that's
you're
like,
a part of that show, buddy.
that's like, yeah. I'm like the first Aunt Viv on fucking Real Quick.
No. We already got rid of a black character. We need to keep you. We can't, you can't just be me as the only surviving cast member. That's like having Ross as the only offshoot of Friends. You know what I mean?
Wasn't it Foghat that they're like, no one touring with Foghat it was ever in the original band, but they have the guy's mustache, like in a case?
I mean,
What? Yeah.
I guess that counts.
Yeah. Yeah, I swear to God.
I like the thought of Foghat just being like a band that you can buy or win in a poker game.
Yeah,
Like,
you're Foghat now?
yeah. It's just like winning the title. Oh, shit, he showed up.
I don't know if I've ever heard a Foghat song. Like, I think
You have. You just don't know it.
Yeah.
Slow ride.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
All right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can just win the rights to Foghat in a poker game, like how the guy won the UHF station that Weird Al Yankovic worked at.
Oh, that movie.
I like the thought of that.
This is
That's
an
fun.
odd surprise. Armstrong back for the first time in, 2.5 months? Yeah.
Yeah, we're on. I
It
know.
will be
I mean,
in
it
a
will
second.
be when you get there.
Try it now.
Maybe. Oh. There we go.
On.
Hello?
Yeah,
you
there
gotta
we go.
go.
you gotta plug shit in, James.
Holy shit, this is
There
a
we go.
full house. When did you decide to show up?
I told Bill I might come last night.
Oh, okay.
Word.
He says he might do a lot of stuff. I just assume if he's meant to be here, he'll be here.
There you go.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not his
So
representation
this is going to go in an
or
interesting...
liaison.
This will be fun.
How's everybody doing? Who's this guy at the other table?
It's not Trevor or Travis, I'll tell you that.
It is Trevor.
It is Trevor.
Damn it. I quit.
Trevor?
Apparently he works with these two, and he thinks he can hold his own.
Oh, I don't know about all
That's
that.
what James claims.
Hold your own in terms of what? Why would you need to hold your own? No one's hostile in this room, I don't think.
Welcome back, Anthony.
It's a fucking... God. See,
Fuck me. Now I don't even know where to go with this shit.
Where were y'all headed before I walked in?
I don't know. We're just talking about nonsense, honestly.
You want a dab?
About Foghat.
Let's go. Foghat what? Leghorn?
What?
Oh, that's great, too. Foghat Leghorn. That's the best cover band idea ever.
Yeah.
Just covering Foghat songs, but sounding like Foghorn Leghorn.
But it's like
I tell you, slow ride.
How long have you guys been doing the podcast?
Oh, shit.
I don't
This
know,
one?
like a year and a half.
No, we're almost 3
6,
years.
7 months.
3 years. Before that, it was Use Your Words. Before that, it was Almost Vagrants.
Yeah.
Before that, for me, it was a show called Commentary, which was me and my friend Marvin getting completely obliterated watching movies and doing like a sort of pseudo mystery science theater 3000 thing to it.
Uh-huh.
And things kind of went off the rails for 2 movies. I found a 70s porn that was based on Alice in Wonderland,
Yeah.
which was fucking
I've seen
bizarre.
it. I've
Yeah.
seen it. It's wild.
Especially because I think the thing that made us laugh the most is that while it's completely uncensored, the only thing that has like a little censor over it is the one black dick in the whole movie has a little fucking thing over it. We're like, what the fuck? Like, okay, fine.
That's hilarious.
Everybody's got their line,
Don't want to get the word out. About them black dicks.
And they shrunk it on purpose, too, like in the video, like in the thing. They shrunk it, too.
And then, because those of you that know Marvin can probably imagine what the commentary to Precious was like.
And
So we don't talk about that particular
Yeah,
episode.
that one-
Are you talking about Marvin, little Mexican Marvin?
Yes.
Yeah.
How's he doing?
He's doing great.
Oh, good.
So says you.
He and the girl are apparently just doing awesome after, the night he came here and wouldn't talk about anything.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
And I guess they managed to work out whatever they needed to work out, and
He,
they seem to be happy as shit.
His buddy ended up, now he's with this girl who was married to the kid from Problem Child.
Oh, all right.
Quite literally.
Yeah, like
and
literally, yeah.
my buddy basically stole her from him.
Yeah.
Apparently he was, abusive as fuck.
Oh, he's a piece of shit from the sound of it.
And so, there is, he had to go
Everyone
in there.
has a different side to the story, you guys. Maybe he was a piece of shit because she's a crazy chick.
That's entirely possible.
So he went from the good-natured hijinks of a problem child to the domestic violence of a problem full-grown man.
yeah. Yeah.
Your name's Trevor.
Yes.
Yeah.
James, do you have something you can
What-
use as a pokey?
What's your get up? You seem. Where you from?
Originally, I'm from Texas, but I grew up in Lakewood, west of Denver.
How long were you in Texas?
Kind of off and on. I moved from there when I was 2, and then kind of went through high school here, but then I moved back to Texas for about 10 years.
How tall are you?
6'3".
6'3". You got some interesting tattoos.
Oh.
What's that one across your chest?
It says "Better the Angels." It's really just a song lyric for my wife. I wanted to get a tattoo.
Oh, you married?
Yeah, I wanted to get a tattoo for my wife, but I think putting someone's name on you is a curse. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
How long you been married?
Be 6 years in October.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So getting there.
Nice. You married to a white woman? Okay.
I am. Can disappoint my parents. You know what I mean? I'm just kidding.
It is disappointing to bring home a white person these days. It's, the paradigm has shifted.
What?
I'm just telling you what's going on. If you haven't seen the blackwashing of America, then you just got your eyes closed.
So you
The Black Watch? That's a new one.
explain.
Blackwashing. Have you
Oh,
seen?
that's totally happened.
Have you not seen Netflix? All of the old white classics are being redone with black people in it. And like I said, it's not for you. It's for your children and children's children.
Oh, well, they've been
All right,
doing
ju-
that
just
for some years now.
For like a clarification.
Exactly. It
For-
slowly happens. What's up?
For clarification of what you're talking about, right? Like, for instance, like Wizard of Oz and then The Wiz. Is that what you, something
No.
like that?
Like the honeymooners, they did
Yeah, they're doing
that's
everything.
just- yeah.
All the old classics they're redoing them.
Yeah,
Just
that's
go
what
on
the-
Netflix. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like they aren't making anything new. They're just doing all the classics in blackface and
So what's the whitest movie ever made?
I don't know,
Steel
Gone with the
Magnolias.
Wind. I don't know, some shit like that. Partridge Family, some shit like that. I don't know.
Steel Magnolias.
Any
Okay.
Pauly Shore movie.
I'm going to
Yeah.
tell you
I wanna
right
s-
now, it's Dude, Where's My Car?
Yeah, that's a good one.
That is the whitest movie ever made.
Ah, you know what? I don't know that I could argue
Malibu's Most Wanted.
Nope, that at least had minorities in the movie.
Of course, because it's
Oh, Bertha-
white people's take on
Okay,
that.
I got one.
It was
Ber-
very white angle. I know it was like a spoof, but it was
Yeah.
still like white people spoofing white. It was
Yeah.
it's weird.
Shout out to Jamie Kennedy. I know you watched the show. Let's get a project.
He was just
going.
down in Loonies, wasn't he? Yeah, he was
Yeah.
just down in Loonies. They
I
did
got
a roast of him.
I think the whitest movie ever is probably Birth of a Nation.
Fuck.
Even the black people were played by white people.
What do you mean white? Let's talk. What do you mean by white? Because I've been meditating on the whole
Like,
black white thing.
But where I was going with that is, then if you're gonna blackwash it, you're gonna make a black remake of the whitest movie ever made.
But they're not. They're not. This is the thing. They're not. They're not black in terms of like. They're putting black people in white people's scenario. They're just
Correct.
changing the faces. That's all they're doing. Because what you realize is that this is what's happening.
we want to normalize suburban black people.
No. Well, yeah. Yeah. I mean, they're a minority. They're out there. Black people are learning that black people have had money for a long time. Black people weren't told this. This was kept under wraps, that black people have had money since white people had money in America. Like, there were rich slaves that people don't say. They let you know that slavery wasn't what you thought it was or what they told you it was. And now black people are seeing this, and they're kind of ashamed that they've spent their time marching the fucking streets while you have these other motherfuckers getting money. And now it's this whole thing to where they're seeing this. And also white people are getting. What's happening is white people.
You're pointing right at me. Am I
Because
the whitest
you-
guy?
white-
You're the
'cause you white,
whitest
yeah.
motherfucker in the
Yeah,
room.
because you're my representation of white people.
And that's saying,
They probably can see my finger in your camera just pointing at you and shit.
and that's saying a lot because I'm from New Hampshire and I'm not the whitest guy in this room. So
It's interesting to watch because it's like black nigga is an energy, and everybody passes through it. White people used to be niggas too. Nigga is bust your head. White energy is I'm gonna get somebody else to bust your head. There's white people white people love middlemen. They do. They love putting somebody in between them and the bullshit they doing so they can wash their hands. They're passive aggressive. That's what that is. I'll pass off to somebody else and they do it. Now, I don't know what happened.
They're
But
like
nigga
middle
energy
management.
bust your head immediately. It's reactionary. It's emotional.
yeah.
And so what's happening is that you notice that white dudes are getting they're being made to explain themselves. It's really weird. Y'all not out in the world and seeing what's happening to white people. Y'all are being made, like y'all go to these social spaces, y'all are being made to say, I'm sorry for my privilege. My name is such and such. How can I'm telling you, dude, it's fucking weird.
No, it's happening. I'm seeing.
Dude.
I see it. Yeah.
Dude,
The first time someone tries to make me do that, I'm a fucking laugh.
Yeah.
But it's not the things where they're not making you do it, but it's like it's these white people that feel.
Oh no! All it takes is
ashamed
that
for-
first shame of people willing to do it, like just they feel they're obligated, and then people will want it from everyone because
Well,
now
that's
they
what-
feel it's owed.
Well, they're taking
so
it outside.
eventually,
Yeah.
someone is going to come to me and be like, "Why haven't you apologized to black people?" And I'll be like, "Because I am black people."
Well, that's what people don't realize. Like it's an energy pass through, and even society as a whole passed through nigga energy to where we raped and pillaged. That's what we did. We just went and took what the fuck we wanted. But then white energy is corporate America. It's you still raping and pillaging. You just got a whole bunch of middlemen in between you and a raping and pillaging.
Yeah.
It's the same fucking shit. It's like because if you realize in societies, the people that break the rules are always the people that take over.
So it so. Would your this whole thing going like? Well, can we just call it N power?
In power.
Because I can't. I don't want to
Hey.
be dropping N bombs here.
Shit, who knows?
But like,
Don't be
like,
Might make your
scared.
career, goddammit.
Yeah,
You
right.
never
Don't
know.
be
Try.
scared.
I'm not scared. I don't.
So, I had a follow-up question, then I fucking lost the follow-up question. Where is this happening? Is this happening everywhere, or is this like something that's going on in Portland where I don't give a fuck what happens?
no, it's happening
No,
in
it's
California.
it's seeds, man. It's in television, so they're planting seeds in people's brains. People don't realize this. I've always said they have 100, 200-year plans.
Yeah.
You're thinking about your lifetime in the 50, 60, 70, 80, 100, 90 years you're here, but like they're planting seeds for your children's children.
Sure.
To where they plant these ideas to where you can't get around them. They're so ingrained in society. It just is what it is.
This is-
So you can
yeah.
reject it all you want to, but your kids are watching television. They're on the internet.
Oh no,
So-
And the way they're educated. What's
Yeah.
crazy is we are now at a time when they started just like indoctrinating education with like political views, et cetera, it was roughly in the early 2000s, like the very early 2000s, maybe the end of the late 90s. It coincided heavily with the everyone gets a participation trophy movement.
Mhm.
And now those kids that were first like susceptible to that have been all the way through college.
Yeah.
And half of them are trying to educate, and they're just recycling. Where there's an entire generation now removed from where like what I taught, and there's probably 2 generations removed from what like my parents were taught.
But that's what happens, and it's
Sure.
So
Yeah.
what's okay? So let's make a couple maybe bold assumptions that the ruling class is generally speaking white, right? And
No,
well,
no. See, you got to get you
okay,
got to
so
stop thinking like
I'll-
that.
Then I'll take that out
You
of
have
the
to
equation.
stop thinking like white people are the ruling class. White is just it's a way to say something. When I say white, I don't mean you, James. I mean a particular attitude, a particular mindset.
Okay.
Like I had to explain to Bear last night about how white women are. White women are transactional. As long as you're providing something for them, they'll provide something for you. But as soon as what you're providing is gone, everything goes with it. The love, all that shit. And white men don't understand it. And that's why white women turn on men what's so crazy, because once that value or somebody else with another higher value comes and they feel like they can get them, they're going to start demeaning you, bringing you down. And then once this value overtakes that one, they're going to go over there. And they're just going to leave you. You're going to be like, what the fuck?
And you're saying that that's unique to white women.
It's a certain
It's
mindset.
definitely
It-
prominent amongst white women.
But
Yeah.
black women are starting to do it too because it's transactional. That's in a society that's based off of money. It's I need to get ahead. Everybody's getting ahead. Everybody's trying to get money. So now everything's transactional. That's why out here it's like people aren't having sex is transactional. It's like we have to have sex because I need a relationship because this is part of the paradigm I'm in to move forward.
One cum, please.
Dude, it's literally, it's almost like that. It's
Cost you
becoming
one dinner.
almost
Yeah.
robotic towards like, okay, sex Friday night, 6 a.m. or 6 p.m., shit like that. And that's what it's becoming, and that's not fun.
But is there not anything like, okay, spontaneous sex is absolutely fantastic, but is there nothing better than like a planned like
No.
sex?
Who the fuck plans sex?
Yeah, that's
This
You wanna know who
motherfucker right
plans
here.
Sex? The
guess
same
that's
motherfucker
fucking
that
dope.
wants a ranch alcohol cocktail.
This motherfucker right
If
here.
you think I'm ever going to forget that nasty shit, you were wrong. I will bring that shit up at your wake, James. I will look at your surviving family members and be like, did you know this motherfucker wanted to mix ranch and alcohol recreationally? I loved him, but he's a sick fuck.
As someone that we employ as
Plan sex.
one of our beer buyers, I don't know if I can keep, employing you. You wanted a ranch alcohol cocktail?
You've been married for 6
Jesus
years, Trevor. Are you
Christ.
in love?
Yeah, absolutely.
What is love to you?
Oh man, Jesus Christ! We're gonna get my period after this.
You said you were in it, so you should give me a definition, right? Are you in your clothes right now?
I mean, I think
You know you're in your clothes, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you said you're in love, so you should know what it is. Come on now.
it's a tough question. Well, just hearing you talk about like when you said most relationships are transactional and to get sex you got to do this. I don't know. I don't think that's representative of my relationship. I think you see a lot of bad relationships.
So
that
you,
are
if you lost your
transactional.
job and everything you have, would your wife still do the things she does now? Do you think so?
I do. I do
Okay,
think so.
good.
Yeah. I think me and my wife are. I hate nowadays when I see you ask your buddy, right? Like, hey, do you want to go out and get a beer? And he's like, I don't know. I got to ask the wife. Let me talk to the boss. You know what I mean? And you're like, are you a fucking adult? Really? You gonna talk to the boss?
How did
Yeah.
you
But
and
then
your wife meet?
The most millennial answer to a question ever.
MySpace.
Yes.
Seriously?
Yeah. Yeah. We just had.
He's of that age. Dude, I had
Yeah.
4 friends from high school got married to some chick they met on MySpace.
Yeah, we had a common circle of friends and started talking on MySpace. Literally. Yeah.
How long before she was in your top 8?
No,
right
my
after
man's
the
a
first
top 4
blowjob.
type.
Yeah.
My man's a top 4 only.
If your wife lost her leg, would you still love her?
I would.
Man, that was quick, Joe.
Yeah.
He's like,
Good.
yeah.
But what I was saying was, you see that, like, oh, I got to ask the boss. And then I hate to see it the other way, too. Like, I don't know. I really feel like me and my wife are true partners. I don't feel like anybody's
What is-
in charge.
What do you mean by that? True. No one's in charge. How is no one in charge?
No. Like I said.
How is no one in charge?
I mean, that is an excellent question. Someone's got to be making sure the bills get paid.
Somebody got to, somebody got to be
Somebody's-
leading.
You guys got kids?
No kids.
Then you're allowed to be at least 80% more reckless. But someone's still got to make sure that the car note gets paid and the energy gets paid.
I mean, we each have our own. We each have the bills that we pay, but we have a joint account. But there's no like, I ask her to do something, she asks me to do something. We kind of just let each other know our plans in passing. Sometimes they involve the other. You know what I mean?
What is y'all objective together? To just live and die together, or do y'all have a plan on what y'all gonna do together?
Yeah, people. My mother wants to know when we're gonna have kids.
I ain't talking about that. That's bullshit. I'm talking about like business plans or something. What are y'all gonna do? Why are y'all married? Any particular reason? Just for the fuck of it?
Yeah, I think we're married because we enjoy life with each other more than without it. Yeah,
Y'all could do that without being married.
sure, we
It's
could.
true.
Why did you choose to be married? Are you religious?
Not religious at all.
Why did you choose to be married then?
Did you receive a tax benefit or insurance?
Yeah, there's definitely tax benefits. Yeah.
I mean, fair.
I don't know. You're right. Like we could have
You
done
don't
it.
know. You don't
because
know why you got married. You don't know why you're in love. There's a lot of things you don't know. You said some definitive things. So either you're lying to me or you're confused.
I think there's some things that are just hard to
Oh,
put a
dear
finger
God.
on. Yeah. Why I got married, I think it was just us agreeing like, yeah, we do want to spend the rest of our lives together. Let's make it official.
You want to spend the rest of your life with one motherfucker? It's
I
8
do.
billion people on the planet. Who put that thought in your brain? Where did you get that from? I just want to know where did you get that from? Is you happy with one piece of pussy for the rest of your life? Are y'all open, Or is y'all?
No,
Would you be in an open relationship?
no.
Why not?
Man, that was a fast no, too. I have a theory instantly.
No, you should
Either
have
he
seen
comes-
him. You should have seen him. He looked down and then said no. Go ahead.
Dude, I just heard the audio, and it was brilliant. And here's what I think happened. Either you come from a religious background,
Not particularly.
or someone tried to do that to him before, and he caught a weird feeling. He's like, that's not for me. That's not.
No, I mean, I've never been in a real open relationship. I've been in some relationships where there seemed to be miscommunication about
So
how
why did you
committed
just
one or the other was.
why
but,
did you just
yeah.
go monogamy all the way without experiencing the other side of it?
I think if there was something I wanted that I wasn't getting from my wife, I might be worried.
So your
about
wife is
that.
perfect. You're getting 100% of what you need from her.
Pretty close. I think she's doing the job. I
Oh,
don't
you
think
haven't lived a lot then, dude. You haven't seen this motherfucker. If you think your wife is giving you everything you want, then you haven't seen this world, man. You got to get out.
I don't think anybody's perfect, but I think she's, for me,
She's perfect for you?
she's doing a better job than anybody else could.
Oh, I'm happy for you, dude.
Yeah.
Man, you achieved something most motherfuckers never do.
For now, we'll see. I mean, I don't want her to get a big head if you're listening to this. Just don't sit back on your laurels, all right?
Gotta keep them sharp,
Yeah.
But I mean, like, I went into life in like a pure monogamy was like all I ever even factored into life.
I know, yeah. Most people do.
And it wasn't until later that sort of that door opened and you're like, yeah, but I had so much internal struggle because of like that's all I ever knew. Like I come from that like cookie cutter. Parents have been married for 40 something years. Like no evidence of infidelity. Like all of this.
I
like,
feel like you got ripped off in your college experience, James. I have no
why?
doubt that you did a bunch of fun drugs and you did whatever you did. But I feel like to still be in the same, like, I feel like you were into that box past college. It's just the
Well,
guess that I'm making.
Well, you have to. So I did have fun in like late high school, college.
sure,
I definitely
yeah, man, you
did.
did drugs, you ran an internet porno ring, like all sorts of good stuff was popping.
And I
your
had a
way.
lot of good fun with a lot of good girls, and some bad
Sure.
girls.
Wait, and you went to high school in Connecticut, right?
Yes.
So you had
Connecticut.
some fun, as much as one can have
Connecticut.
in Connecticut.
You say that, but I can have fun anywhere.
Yeah, you got funny. Anyway. Especially in places like Connecticut, that's where the most fun. Rural places is where the most fun happens at because they don't have shit to fucking do.
And they're all these tight, like you have to, the town that I grew up in, because of its wealth, there was a lot of trophy wives, which means there were a lot of like mothers that were like solid nines going in. So like their offspring, like I had a beautiful high school class, like absolutely gorgeous. Like Katie Heigl was a year above me, like, and she wasn't even close to the hottest girl in school.
Wow.
I don't know who that is.
The chick from Knocked Up.
Catherine Heigl, right?
Well,
The chick from Knocked
it's
Up.
Katie
Knocked
then.
up, yeah.
Oh.
Knocked
Yeah.
Up,
I mean, she's not
Grey's
hideous,
Anatomy.
but she's a bitch, so.
She was always nice to me.
The thing about those
But-
type of places too is like you have a lot of, like the level of hotness is it goes so high, like your mid level are like 8s and 9s, but they don't know it because there's so much above them. It's crazy. Those little towns,
I
they're
would agree
smoking,
with you.
and they don't even know it.
There were a couple girls that we all looked at as like, oh, that's one of the dumpy girls, and then like one day she just came in, and we're like, the fuck is that? Holy shit! She went from a 7 to a 10.
Well, it's
like
in
a
relation.
night.
It's in relation. It's like you compare her to the girls in the town, but you take her out somewhere else, she raised her level up just because you're looking at all the other chicks.
Yeah, like I'm a Denver 4, but I'm a Kansas City 8.
I had the opposite where it was like I was in upstate New York, so the girls are kind of they're built. They're built for snow weather. You know what I mean? Like buffalo
A
women.
sturdy woman.
So sturdy, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
man. You
yeah.
ever seen a Minnesota winter? That's where the Swedes went to get fat, bro.
Yeah.
And they succeeded.
And like I remember there were chicks that I used to work with at this restaurant, and I'd be like, wow, she's so hot. And then I left and like moved somewhere. I moved to New Hampshire, and I went and saw some places, and I realized, wow, that chick's probably like a 4. The fuck was I doing? You know what I'm saying? Like,
For sure.
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, like, to go back to the point there is that, like, going to, like, rural areas, like a place where they're all hot, yes, because the bell curve is off. It's shifted too far in one direction. But they're also, like, it's like Catholic high school girls. Like they've never been allowed to do anything like bad. Like smoking weed was like, oh, I'm so bad. I'm so bad. And it's like, bitch, wait till you try coke. It's gonna be a different world for you. Like, wait till you find like, because the only black people in my school were literally shipped there. they were part of the ABC program, better known as A Better Chance. And so they would literally come out for the school year from some, shitty part of New York, but they're all like, none, I think they vetted them,
they act like white
no
people don't care.
do-rags,
Yeah.
and
See,
no,
white
we're not
people
going to
care.
allow cornrows.
Yeah.
It is. Look,
Yeah.
this is what it is, man. Motherfuckers got to throw their pride away. Like I told, what America is for white people. America's for white people. It is what it is. And
we built it.
Yeah, it is what it's a program that's running right now.
Bear just starts humming the national anthem.
So you either gonna fight the program until you die, because you're not gonna change it by fighting it. So you're either gonna get on the program and learn how to change it, or like people don't realize, Hitler tried to do some nigga shit. Hitler went in with nigga energy. He tried to stage a coup. He tried to take that bitch over with nigga energy, and it was like, we have a standing army. What the fuck are you gonna do?
Yeah.
And he sent that nigga to jail, and then he went there and learned white people energy. He's like, uncouth, terrible, and came back out and did it politically.
Yeah.
He's a politician.
Yeah.
That's how you get a Hitler.
And a best-selling author.
Yes. Yeah. And a terrible painter. He's not very good.
No, he definitely
Yeah.
wasn't.
No.
Get
he
the
was-
hands right.
Yeah,
It's
it's
the
just-
toughest part.
It's the feet that get me.
That's why Rodin made him so fucking big. Couldn't get the proportion right.
No, but I get what you're saying. I feel like Napoleon was the same way.
Yep. Napoleon. Genghis Khan. Who else?
Genghis was nigga energy. That was
Yeah.
back in nigga energy days.
Yeah.
He was just going around earth fucking everybody and
Killing
killing.
them,
Yeah.
yeah.
That was nigga energy. That was
He
nigga
killed
energy.
so many people. He lowered
That
the
was
temperature
Chinese
of the
nigga
earth.
energy.
You know what makes more sense now, though?
What?
I never understood, like, because I'm so Northern European.
Mm.
Like, my sister got that 23andMe thing done, and I'm 99.9% Northern European. I was always told that I'm of Viking descent, and it's the same thing Genghis Khan did, man. We just went and took all the best-looking women from Europe and then forced them to mate.
It
Yeah.
was nigga shit. But
Well-
then once the world changed, you say you start having political systems, then you just
So-
start doing the same shit politically.
So, more succinctly define N-word shit. Because it's just sort of like doing it differently than they did. That's N-word shit.
Like, okay, this is
I'm
okay.
doing some fucked up shit and killing millions of people. That's some N-word shit. It's like,
I think what you were saying was just coming at it more directly, right? You
Yeah,
said white people
it's like
shit.
if James pissed me off,
Yeah.
I'll pick up this motherfucking case and bust his motherfucking head. That's nigga shit. But if I'm on some white people shit, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get his house foreclosed on.
So if James pisses me,
I'm gonna ruin his life, some shit like that.
If James pisses me off, I'm gonna try to get you to whoop James's ass for me.
See that now you're the media. So now you're gonna antagonize black people to fight white people. That's who you've become.
You're the most racist one in the room so far.
Exactly.
Fair enough.
That's saying a lot because I'm from New Hampshire. No,
Hey, I'm from Texas, all right? Slow down.
we're the Texas of New England.
Told you I'm breaking down life, man. It's nigga energy and white energy, which I think I'm gonna call pink energy to represent white women's nipples because I'm still mad at them.
You
They don't even tan,
just don't like pink nipples.
dude. They just fucking look weird, man.
do nipples
They
tan?
look like
Do nipples tan?
They apparently don't.
So you
Have you
so
ever
you've
seen
seen
a
like
tan
you've
nipple,
seen like a
James?
nice dark boob
Yep.
with a bright pink nipple.
Hell
Have
yeah.
you not?
That's some ginger shit, man. I don't think that's
No, you
common
got
to
white
all
women
white
out here.
women. You know,
They gotta have a
I
little
believe
something in them
it's
to
the
have some.
majority of white women.
Yeah, they gotta have a little something in them to have some dark nipples, man. You ain't gonna get no just
Italian girls have that.
yeah
enough.
Italian.
Yeah, Italian girls.
Yeah.
Huge fan of them, by
Hey,
the way.
not really the what I was looking for.
Oh,
Hopefully,
It
it's not
says
a
that they
giant
do
dick.
tan.
really? I have never seen a tan. I mean, unless that's.
I'm gonna make a nipple tanner. Just two little things you put on and tan your nipples. Just for
Just high intensity UV. Why do you hate pink nipples so much?
Like cup
Cause they
therapy?
look undone, motherfucker. Do you eat pink meat? You are a white man. You eat fucking uncooked meat. That's why you like them motherfuckers. I like my meat cooked. Goddamn it. Fucking pink ass.
I got to
fucking
agree
meat.
with
like-
this. Fuck sushi.
Yeah. I like my fucking tits well done, sir.
Man. Or medium well. Shit. Fuck.
Medium well.
With Heinz 57.
Yeah.
you know.
Oh, fuck. This is almost as bad as him telling me the potatoes are the worst thing.
Potatoes are fucking terrible.
Hey, I
the
can't-
fact that you have a hard-on for ranch and potatoes just proves you were born to be American. It also explains why, as my friend has said many times, you look like a blown-out straw. Like you're lanky, but you're just full of starch and dairy right here.
It's definitely a lot of starch and carbs. I'll give you that. But most of it comes from this shit.
Stop
However
drinking
you
that
get
shit
it,
then.
you get it, man. Oh, you think that?
No.
But last week James had to drink non-alcoholic beer.
Why?
I had to
He was on
I
antibiotics.
had to take 10 days sober.
And he couldn't handle the idea of being sober, just being sober or getting high. He had to drink non-alcoholic beer in an attempt to fool himself into feeling normal.
Yeah, I don't get the. As someone who drinks far more than any doctor would recommend, if I had to not drink, I think I would just not drink rather than drink non-alc.
Why do you drink more than the doctor recommends you should?
I mean,
Party.
it's my job.
Yeah.
It's a big part of it.
Your job is to drink, or is your job to sell alcohol?
A part of it's to drink. Like I pick all our single barrels at the store, so I have to try
So you
them.
taste,
Yeah.
but you said it like you drink at home more
Oh,
than
yeah.
you should. Why do you do that?
Because I like
Good
it.
luck.
Yeah.
Oh, you just like that. It's just
Because I like it.
oh,
Yeah.
You know it's bad for you, right?
Oh, I'm aware.
Okay. I just want to let you know you kill yourself.
I think we all have
Continue.
like that weird conversation. It's like, oh, how'd your liver function come back? How those enzymes? Every
Yeah.
time you get a physical.
Oh, you won't care till you got to come see me. Oh, I work at the hospital. I know how people are. You walk around, you destroy your bodies all the time, and it helps you. It carries you around, and then you come see me in the middle of the night because your stomach won't stop hurting or your chest won't stop hurting. And I'm like, well, have you been drinking water? Have you been getting rest? Man, so I'll see y'all.
Oh,
I see y'all all the time.
I'm sure.
We keep you in business, man. Go on.
You don't keep me in business. You keep them in business. They just pay me to take care of you motherfuckers. I'll take it.
On the other hand, I'm well hydrated.
I know.
At least drink water. Do you drink as much water as you drink beer?
I
No,
drink-
you don't.
I
Never
drink-
mind. Because you
drink
asked
about a lot.
everything
You
so
had to do
quickly.
too much math.
Yeah, you've answered everything
I
too
mean,
quickly for you to
I work out
stumble
a
on that
lot,
one.
so I drink
You
water
do?
a lot when I'm working out.
What are you
yeah.
working out? Your ankles? You don't look like you work out up top. You got a fat ass neck.
All right, that's just hurtful, you know.
I'm just tell you the truth. You don't look like you work out. You do got a tank top on though. Congratulations.
I run and I lift weights a lot.
You
so-
do stand up. You got legs.
He does.
Oh, yeah.
He can actually move a lot faster than I thought he could.
Okay, yeah, you got some legs now. You got to work on the upper body, man. Get that torso. You move faster if you get rid of all that. You built like a barrel up top.
No, for
You got to get
sure.
rid of that, man.
For sure.
You
That's-
move a lot faster.
That's the alcohol right there.
I know. You are what you drink.
I like to refer to it as Donkey Kong syndrome. Don't feel bad. I'm just a fat guy. Like, I'm not judging you.
No worries.
Yeah.
I think I told James this, but I went and got a physical for like the first time since high school a couple years ago. And the last physical I got was, like I said, for high school football. And you fill out the questionnaire and they ask, and I was like, all right, I'm here. I'm gonna be straight, honest. You know what I mean? They asked like, how many drinks do you have a week? And I just put a 35 with a plus sign. Yeah. They're like, list every drug you've ever done. I'm like, fair enough. Listing them all. Yeah. And so I'm sure, like, I'm one of those people that thinks, like, oh, great. I feel fine today. But now that I'm at the doctor, she's going to be like, you have 6 kinds of cancer. And I shouldn't have come here,
Yeah.
But they do all the tests and blood work comes back fine. She's like, your liver enzymes are a little high. I was like, fair enough. Yeah.
Sounds about right.
But the funny thing, she's looking at my chart and she's like, so you do cocaine? And I was like, well, I've done cocaine. Yeah.
It's not an
And
everyday.
she's like, you shouldn't do that. And I was like, thanks, doc.
You should ask the why. Why should I not do cocaine?
Super weird if that wasn't your medical opinion. Like if she leaned in and she's like, they don't want us to tell you this. Cocaine's actually good for you. You know?
They give you meth, so why can't you do cocaine? Say you give me legal meth, so why can't I do cocaine?
Right?
Ask her that next time, since you want to fucking talk about I can't do cocaine, bitch. Give me meth then.
My doctor could not give me a legitimate reason why I shouldn't do DMT or mushrooms.
Yeah.
They don't have a reason other than somebody told them to tell you not to.
Yeah.
They told you not to do weed for a long time because it's gonna kill you, and now look at it.
Yeah. And stop
The
COVID.
jazz cabbage.
Yeah. The devil's lettuce.
And really, it was only ever illegal because we hated Mexicans.
Well, that and hemp interfered with the Tinder industry.
Yep. That too.
That played a bigger role.
What's his name? The guy that was the first, like the founder of, I think, the New York Times. He also owned a bunch of like timber companies, so he thought that like hemp and weed were gonna fuck that all up for him. So he's like, "Oh, that's evil," And
You make a lot more fucking money making paper products out of hemp any goddamn way. 'Cause
Yeah,
it
but
grows
if
back in 5
if
fucking
you
months.
already own all the trees,
yeah,
Yeah, but you're going to cut them all down. You might as well get down on the hemp thing because what are you going to plant there? For
James,
they don't think like that.
The
They
the
harvest.
think-
problem is you make sense with current knowledge.
Yep.
In the 1920s, millionaires weren't listening to people like us, James.
Fair.
Just like billionaires aren't listening to people like us today, with the exception of Kanye. Kanye, I know you're listening. Keep your head up.
Also, what was that he did in Atlanta? Like he wore like a nylon face covering.
I mean, he doesn't want to catch the Rona.
He did it so people like you can talk about it.
Is that why?
You would never say nothing about him any other way.
I mean, I genuinely like Kanye. I'm not a Kanye hater. I really am not. But I saw that and I was like, what is this all about? Like
It's like when he tried to sell $900 sweatpants. It's just Kanye shit.
fair enough.
I think Kanye has what I call stripper disease, where he can't differentiate between negative and positive attention.
It's all energy.
He just needs attention.
It's all energy. Depends on the way you use it. So if you're going to give him energy, it depends on how he uses it. So if you throw it as negative and he transmute it positive, you just gave him energy, no matter which way you're coming from with it.
That's why I can't. I hadn't paid attention to anything until I guess he launched some massive commercial that was for the new album that was going to be live listening party on like Apple. He had like Tim Cook and all these fucking people in this ad. It was like maybe during the NBA Finals or something, and then it was supposed to happen in pure Kanye fashion. There was no listening party. There was no album the day that they probably bought $1.5 million commercial for a thing that didn't happen. I was like, yeah, it seems about on brand for Kanye.
Yeah, but when you're a billionaire and you own your own label, do you really give a fuck about that $1 million?
Maybe, maybe not. I mean,
This is what you have, like people. It's kind of what Bear said. You're trying to look at what they're doing off principles that you know and knowledge that you know. They're moving off of energy principles. If you have a whole bunch of people that's about to watch you and direct their energy at you, you can direct it towards whatever way you want to do it. And if you put it out there to where I'm going to do this, and then you don't do that, that's even more energy you're getting from these people. And then you direct it any way you want to.
Okay.
That's why you have all these ceremonies for all of these governmental things. It's energy.
What do you mean ceremonies?
You have governmental ceremonies. You don't watch these ceremonies that have these inaugurations. They're ceremonies.
I don't
They're
watch
rituals.
them. I really don't.
But you know they happen.
I know
though.
they exist. I was
So
just curious what you
parades,
were talking about.
That's all these things. They're just all you're directing energy at these specific things, and they're being used for stuff. And these celebrities do the same thing. They come out, do ridiculous shit. You direct all your energy at them, and then they go do something else with your energy. That's what it is. That's why you don't pay attention to
If
them.
you need an instant example, Britney Spears has appeared topless on her Instagram like 3 times in the last week.
Well, yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's-
man. And she's still
Fucking
got great
20
jugs.
years too late. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
She's still
We
got
all
great
wanted that at
jugs.
one point.
But like, also like that, it's that conservatorship thing that she's going through, which blows my mind that that's even a thing.
It should blow your mind that it's in the news. That is a personal
Yeah,
thing that
I
should
agree.
be going on behind closed doors. Why
I
is that
agree.
being given to the American people?
Well, no, it's just the fact that
Because
someone
she's famous.
that someone can like do that to somebody is fucking like legally wise. It makes it.
That's Hollywood. That's Hollywood, baby. That's what happens when you go out there and you get rich and famous.
Yeah.
And you ain't got your mind right. That happens all the time. You're just being shown this, and it's blowing your mind because you're not privileged to that universe. This happens all the time.
All right, yeah, no.
That's what I'm saying. It's like people don't realize that it blows people's mind that be in their own worlds and don't look at all this other shit that's going on. These are normal happenings, but when they're presented to the regular public, you're like, oh my God, this happens all the time.
Yeah.
All the motherfucking time. I tell people I grew up in the hood. That's why when all this shit with women came out, I'm like, oh yeah, women are fucking ridiculous. I've seen what women will do for a little bit of money. Let me not say women. Let me say people. I've seen what people will do for a little bit of money. So I can only imagine what they'll do for a lot of bit of money. It's just like that. I mean, I've seen the most ridiculous shit motherfuckers have done for drug money. And it ain't no motherfucking money when you understand money. So I understand when you meet a motherfucker with some real money that you think could change your life, a savior type, yeah. I'm not surprised at anything I hear.
Depending on where you're at in the level of income versus poverty, like it doesn't take a lot for life-changing money at the bottom.
And plus, we forget there are groupies out here. There are women who their whole thing is, I'm going to fuck my way to the top. That mentality's out there.
Oh, yeah, I'm a Denver comic. I know this.
Exactly. But when this is presented to the regular suburban mother that just thinks this is part of television, they think it's a travesty going on in the world. No. There's a whole universe that's going on every day, and it's churning out people all the motherfucking time. But then people react. And then these motherfuckers that know it going on, they got to act goofy because they can't say, oh, we know it's been going on for a long time. It just is what it is. So they got, we got to do something now. And that's the whole reactionary thing, man. It's all fucking goofy. And so we got all these laws trying to stop us from doing things we know we do. And it's bullshit. Like, you got motherfuckers out here. How can you be advocating to make prostitution legal? But who gonna use the prostitutes?
Everybody.
But there's a taboo to it. You see what I'm saying?
But isn't that the...
No, I get that. I have a new bit about how anal would be 10% more fun if it was illegal.
Well, yeah, because there's a taboo behind it.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's like how being gay now is like not even a big deal anymore. You know? That probably takes like some of the edge off of it, I guess.
I know.
I think to gay people it's probably still a big deal.
So or like weed too, weed.
This is
weed
what I
like
learned about gay
nothing.
people. It's another thing about gay people. Gay people have been a part of the environment for a very long time.
Yeah.
But now you have these people that want to be gay as a character. Those are the ones that's keeping up the problem.
Yeah.
They've chosen gay as a character. Like Mom's Mabley was damn near a dude, and people don't know this. This is an old comic. You got to go check out.
I know what you're talking about.
But she was.
Who knows his name?
Yeah. But nobody knew, and nobody bothered her. She had her life, this, that, and the other. But you didn't know that unless they told you this, because her persona on stage was the old grandma.
Yeah.
But like you've had these people that's been out here, but now since it's a thing that people just want to do, now it's just all these problems. Just like black people feel like they're still oppressed. No one's oppressing you. No one's oppressing gay people. They're for you. Everybody's like, go ahead, be gay. And they're like, oh, I can't. No. Yeah. You're using it as some type of character or some type of scapegoat to get something. Because like I said, if you look around you, everybody's for gay people. They're pushing for it. You're getting all these laws passed in your favor. Black people, too. They're about to get black people reparations. We're going to get reparations. They've already they already tried to do it in one state.
They did it in Oakland.
They did it?
Yeah.
It'll hit federal. And then we'll have some real problems.
Yeah, no shit. I mean, didn't Chappelle do a bit on this?
Dave Chappelle bit, and then like one guy wins a dice game and becomes the richest man on the planet.
I just bought this baby cash.
Dude, but this is what you're gonna see is that like I say, America is white people's. So if they see their government give black people a whole bunch of motherfucking money, that's when you're gonna see the real racists come out.
Or they'll just they'll just tear the government to the ground.
They're not going to tear the government. No one, they're scared of the government.
No, I'm saying the government will like implode on itself by design.
No, it won't. No.
You don't think so?
The government you're thinking about is ran by other people.
Well,
that thing won't implode, trust me. It'll stay there because that's just to fluctuate the market.
So let's just examine some things. So black people make up roughly, I want to say, 7% of the U.S. population. Specifically African American. What interest is it of the U.S. government or any state government to provide reparations at this point?
I'm just curious.
What
was it any interest of theirs to give it to Jewish people?
We didn't, what? We didn't.
Or was it
in-
interested
in-
against the
in-
Chinese people?
you mean in
because
the
we're
form
paying
of giving-
reparations to people already?
Well, in the
It's
form
true.
of giving them Israel and causing
Yeah. What?
sane
And then
unrest.
the millions and billions of dollars that we also send there on top of like all the military aid.
Well, that's
that we
not
give
that's
them.
not reparations. That's just aid. Like
Nigga, what's the difference?
the difference is reparations is I did
We
something
don't
wrong.
give African
Hold on. I'm trying to answer the question. Reparations is basically I fucked up. I'm sorry. Here's some money. Aid is like, oh, I see you're in a bad spot. Here's some money.
And
It don't
further-
matter. It's still here's some money. You
But
got to do
the
this for here's
intent,
some money.
though, the intent.
Who?
Yeah, aid furthers our interests.
Yeah,
right?
yes,
Yeah.
it's
Everything
it's
furthers. Once
completely-
you give money, that's further your interest. If you can't further your interest, nobody gets no money.
Well, that's what I don't think
That's what people need to
reparations would
understand.
further the
Right. That's
establishment's interests.
Yeah.
It's
Exactly.
gonna,
Anyway.
it's going to further your interest, but not the one you think. Go ahead.
I think they are going to give
He's running the
reparations,
show now.
and I'll tell you why. Because if you can take away the one thing that black people have to bitch about, like here, reparations for every person of African American descent, more than whatever percentage it's deemed.
And that's going to be another thing too,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because
because
they're-
everybody's about 1%. If you
What-
do a
it-
23andMe, you
it-
come back
there
like
you go.
it's
The
like
DNA
2% sub-Saharan Africa.
Yep.
But
On
that's-
every human, because
You're
that
going to
was the
need to be
cradle
a
of
minimum
life.
of probably 40% or something. But anyways, they're going to do that because then every black person now has the same footing as every white person has to start from, and now it's fair. And as soon as that is a thing, that'll eliminate racism. Everybody's fair. And if you can't tell me that that's not the way a government thinks long term, you're not paying attention to what the government's done in the past long term. And if you want to argue it, bring it. I will fucking shred you.
What are you talking?
I mean, look, I can't argue what you're saying at all. Like, you're absolutely right.
Like,
it's
okay, how many? You
It-
said
that
4%
we do the
of the. You said
stupidest
4% of the population, right?
I-
7.
How many?
No.
7%. Okay, how many people? Like roughly, how many people though?
About 30 million, right?
I don't math.
I mean,
that's
there's
why
like
James is here.
Yeah.
currently, based on the latest census, 13.4%
Yeah.
of
13.
13.
Okay.
That sounds more accurate. How many people is that though?
I'm working on
7%. I have seen 7% play. It's probably old, but I do remember seeing 7% at one point in time.
So what are there, 330 million people?
350 million, so
350 million.
13% of that would be about 15.
Yeah.
So if you give 15 million people,
47 and a quarter.
so if you give 47 million people $10 million as a brand new start for reparations, what's that come out to? I'm not mathing. That's what, 47, like 4.7 billion? I don't know.
God, that's a lot.
That's
No,
a
not
lot.
really.
I think it's 470 billion.
472
Okay,
billion, 500.
Considering there is over
472
7
trillion.
Yes. Yeah. That's
470 trillion.
472 trillion. If you
yeah.
gave 47.5 million people $10 million, it is 472 trillion,
Yeah,
$500 billion.
There's not enough.
Okay, how much is it you give them each $1 million? What's that bring it back down
I
to?
mean,
That's 40. You just
13 million or
13
something?
trillion.
No, it's 47.
No, it'd be 40,
47
470.
trillion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. It'll be life altering money
Yeah.
to where you'll be able to do something with.
And where per se does 472 trillion dollars come
James,
from?
where does any money come from? Why do the first thing a motherfucker want to ask, where's the money gonna come from? You don't know where any money comes from. So why the fuck is that the first question you pose? Where does any money come from for anything, James?
Are you held
Calmo?
responsible for this money,
Jesus
James?
Christ.
No, calmo. What happens if we arbitrarily, like, you're right, money doesn't exist. It's not based on anything other than itself, right? All currencies,
You see they signing all
Bitcoin,
these
etc.
$1 trillion. They're signing.
I
they're
understand.
signing trillions of dollar deals now.
and
We're in a
I
whole
understand.
new era of money.
So
That's-
the bottom line is, like, in the economic system that we exist within, if I arbitrarily created $470 trillion, that has a rippling effect on the value of all currency worldwide, which means that your $10 million that every one of these 47 million people got is worth next to nothing anymore. It's not. It doesn't have the value of $10 million the day before I gave it to you.
Yeah.
So that's and it is indicative of a bigger problem, which is that money's based on nothing.
Yeah.
As soon as we left the gold and silver standard, it's based on
That's-
our money
that's-
is
that's
about this
stupid.
much worth
James,
of
James,
your
James,
seven
stop
other.
thinking like someone told you to think. It don't give a. They say it was based off gold and silver. Who gives a fuck? We knew eventually we'll outgrow that. Anybody that's smart knew you're going to. There's only, I forgot how much, but there's a finite amount of money of gold and silver in the world. So we knew eventually we were going to go past that. So that was already known.
Well, it's
It
not.
was
it's not
already
that we
known.
went. It's not that we went past it. It was that it became an argument over which government, which federal bank possessed the most gold, determined how powerful its currency was, and because the U.S. had fucking hoarded a ton of that, along with a few other countries, England, that it didn't actually help bring up any economy. This was the way it was looked at initially. Then people realized, like, almost immediately, oh, this is super easy to manipulate, and I can do whatever the fuck I want with it because it's not based on anything. It's based on the way you feel about my money.
Do you
Everything
really
is a
think
fiat
it was
system.
based on something, or do you think you were told it was based on something?
Everything's a fiat system. It's faith-based.
Because original banking was just a dude being like, oh, you don't want to carry your $10 million on this 10-day trip? Here, man, give me your $10 million. My brother's at the other end of this trip. He'll give you $10 million when you get there. We'll do it for a small fee of like $100,000, man. And then you can travel safely without carrying your money. That's how banking started. As soon as you go past gold, none of it fucking matters anymore. You're in a new realm. You're worried about a banking system that originated before most people could read, write, or understand banking.
And plus, everything is evolutionary. The financial system is evolving. I keep telling you, we're going to realize we don't need money anymore because there's going to be so much money being made. Because right now, like I said, there's a new level of wealth that's being created. They're trillions of dollars up here, but also the athletes are getting paid now. They opened up that door, so now you have
The
all
college
these
athletes.
Yeah.
No, all athletes. The college athletes, yes, that was the rule. But now high school athletes that have all these Instagram followers are getting $1 million contracts. So that's a whole new level of wealth in between that they're making because these motherfuckers are finna go spend their money because they're very young. So they're going to drive the cost of everything you do way the fuck up. The whole thing has changed to where people don't hoard their money anymore. They're spending their money.
Yeah.
You would be amazed at how much money is just being frivolous shit just to have fun. Millions of dollars. The fucking dude just paid $28 million for his kid to go to space with Jeff Bezos or who the fuck went up there? Just for your kid to take a ride. You got that type of money. And just look, money is out here. And like I say, if you aren't rising up with the money is rising up without you. It's going to come to a point to where if you aren't making at least over 100,000 a year, you're going to be dirt poor, down in the motherfucking slumps, and you're going to be making that much money in lieu of what the old system said. But that's just the way it goes. If you don't see it happening, people get mad because it changes under their feet. But there are all these conduits for you to make all this money. If you're sitting at home working a job thinking that's going to get you through, you're going to be mistaken.
I mean, it's inflation too. That's another part of it.
That's what it's forcing because like all of the older millionaires and billionaires, they're younger now. They have a different mindset. So they're spending all this money to change the world and have all these things created. And then these younger kids, they're just having fun with their money. They're building all these fucking theme parks, cars, all this cool shit, but they're spending money. But they're driving the cost of everything up because everybody knows, well, shit, they got this money. They're spending it. They're not hoarding it anymore. I can charge what I want to now. Shit is ridiculous now. Go buy some ice cream.
Oh no.
Go buy some ice cream.
You're not wrong because I had
Go buy
an
a
interaction.
go buy one sheet of plywood.
I'm like, people see shit rising around them. They see the water rising around them, and they refuse to rise. If you don't rise up with it, it's going to carry you away, and you're going to feel like a victim. But I'm telling you now, get on Instagram, make you show your ass. Don't nobody give a fuck. Put one of them little ringy-dingy things in your pussy and have motherfuckers put coins in the slot and let that bitch ding. You better make some motherfucking money if you want to live a life in this motherfucking America coming up because it's finna get rough, I'm telling you.
So I can make millions from doing that?
You probably could because you're a weird looking motherfucker. Put one in your ass and just bend over and read Shakespeare. I bet you make $1 billion in a night.
All right.
I feel like Jacob could make dozens
Yeah,
from doing that. Not
dozens.
so much
So,
millions.
And fart it out too.
So
Do a trick.
So I quit.
I'd lock some of those millions down first before you.
All right, fair enough.
Man, cut this off. He fucking ruined my. Cut this bitch off.